Here we go. It's showtime, my friend. How nice. Come on in. It's so good to see you again. Got stories to share. I'm virtually there. It's showtime, my friend. It's showtime, my friend, with a tear or a grin. We're chomping the bit to begin. Wear sweatpants or slacks. Let's break out the snacks. It's showtime, my friend. Well, if you have to go, I want you to know it's easy to sign right back in. Oh, you mean your connection's too slow? Hope you don't miss the show, 'cause it's showtime, my friend. It's time to prepare for our online affair. I do hope you'll stay till the end. I've tuned up my axe. Sit back and relax. No matter how your day has been, we'll make you smile, make it all worth your while. It's showtime, it's starting right now time, it's showtime. Showtime, my friend. Okay, we've got I see we are at least working for two groups of people. We have Bud, Brent, and Jeannie are here, and Jack and Barb. Glad to see you guys this week. Actually, I'm just repeating the last week's show that didn't go. I even erased it. It was like 10 minutes of going, well, how come again? How come? And it was mumbling. You know, you guys heard it would go, rip, rip, rip. What the heck was that? That was definitely not from this equipment here. It was somewhere along the line, failures of some computer down the line. So anyway, whatever. We're back this time. Let's see. Oh, do I really want to do this one now? That's funny. Okay, this is an Elvis song. And I will roll up my collar so that we can do it right here. Over here, I got to roll up my lip, and I'm rolling up my knee down here. It's twitching, folks. It's twitching. Anyway, Elvis actually sang this song. This was his second song. I don't know if he actually did this on Ed Sullivan's show at all. I know that he did Jailhouse Rock. This one is Blue Suede Shoes. It was written by Carl Perkins in 1955. It's considered one of the first rockabilly songs. So, this is Elvis, and if he were going to be performing on Ed Sullivan, it would go something like this. Live from New York City, it's the Ed Sullivan Show. Screams and applause. And by the way, Ed wouldn't have his collar down, would he? He'd be going, well, thank you very much, and welcome to another really big show. Well, come on. Tonightly, shortly we have with us tonight, we will have little Topo Gigio, Topo Gigio, the little Italian mouse, and following will be Coco, the dancing bear, who will devour little Topo right before your very eyes. That's not a very good impression of Ed Sullivan, is I'm losing it here, folks. Okay, so anyway, here he is, America's newest biggest sensation, Mr. Elvis Presley. Hit it, boys. One for the money, a two for the show, a three to get ready. Now go, cats, go, and don't you step on my blue suede shoe. Well, you can do anything there for my blue suede shoes. You might have wore glasses like, well, you can burn my house, steal my car, or drink my liquor from an old fruit jar. Do anything that you want to do. Honey, lay off my shoes and don't step on my blue suede shoe. Well, you can do anything off of my blue suede shoe. Well, you can knock me down, step on my face, slander my name all over the place. I do anything that you wanna do. Lay off my shoes and don't step on my blue suede shoe. Well, you can do anything off of my blue suede shoe. Yeah, yeah, yeah. My car, I drink my liquor from an old fruit jar. I do anything that you wanna do. Lay off my shoes and don't step on my blue suede shoe. Well, you can do anything off my blue suede shoe. Take it down, boys. Blue suede shoes. Blue suede shoe. How you doing? Blue suede shoe. Yeah, one more time. I got my blue suede shoe. Blue suede shoe. Blue suede shoe. They on my blue suede shoe. You can do anything. They're off of my blue suede shoe. Oh, thank you very much. The audience is out of control. Elvis has left the auditorium. Love that echo there. All right. Let's see. And I see that Joan logged on just a minute ago there. Good. Thank you. All right. Let me roll this down here. Well, I was going to tell you one other thing about this song, and I think I mentioned it here before. In fact, I'm thinking maybe I did this song. Anyway, the song I say was written by Carl Perkins, and Carl apparently, at least the story goes, that there was somebody in his audience. I don't know if he was going into the auditorium and overheard some kids talking in the hallway, or whether they were already in the sock hop, so to speak, or whether they were already in the party auditorium, and he heard him down front. But the guy actually told his girlfriend, "Hey, get off my blue suede shoes." And sort of told him that, and he went, "Oh, hey. I might be able to write a song about that." Boy, did he, huh? Considered one of the first rockabilly songs. Pretty interesting. All right. Well, let's see. This one I haven't done in a while, but it's not a song. It's Rodney Dangerfield stuff here. So I'm going to just do some Rodney Dangerfield quotes, and I hope my voice is a little bit better than my Ed Sullivan voice. Okay, he said, "I don't know. A girl phoned me up the other day. Said, 'Come on over. Nobody's home.' I went over. Nobody was home. One day I came home early from work. I saw this guy jogging naked down the road. I said to the guy, 'Hey, buddy, what are you doing that? Why are you doing that?' He says, 'Because you came home early.'" It's not very good. It's been a rough day. I got up this morning, put on a shirt, and button fell off. I picked up my briefcase. The handle fell off. I'm afraid to go to the bathroom. I was such an ugly kid. When I played in the sandbox, the cat kept covering me up. I could tell my parents hated me. My bath toys were a toaster and a radio. I was such an ugly kid. My mother never breastfed me. She told me that she only liked me as a friend. I was so ugly. My father carries around a picture of the kid who came with his wallet. When I was born, the doctor came into the waiting room and said to my father, "I'm sorry. We did everything we could, but he pulled through." Anyway, that's enough of those. It sounds better this week. You are right, Joan. Thank you for noticing. Last week, oh my gosh, all you would hear is during, and that was just, what a mess. All right, let's see what else is on there. I'm going to skip over. I'm going to do another written thing here. These were called the Darwin Awards, and this is quite an old one here now, but these are supposedly true things that actually happened to people that were kind of basically so stupid that you're hoping these people do not reproduce. So the Darwin Awards are given every year to bestow upon the remains of the individual who, through single-minded self-sacrifice, has done the most to remove undesirable DNA from the human gene pool. They are also known, let's see, they are also known as the Academy Awards of the Terminally Stupid. Here are some current candidates. Now, before I go into this, I'm going to read these, fifth runner-up on down. Before I read them, I want to tell you, I've done some pretty stupid stuff myself. With tools, I'm lucky that I have all my fingers and my eyes and everything else. I got to tell you. Oh, thanks, Joan. Thank you. Joan Forgrave jumped in there. Yeah, grown, but funny. Yeah, I know what you mean. See what you think of these, though. These are crazy things here. Listen to what these people did. Fifth runner-up. A San Anselmo, California man died when he hit a lift tower at the Mammoth Mountain ski area while riding down the slope on a foam pad, authorities said. Matthew David Hubble, 22, was pronounced dead at the Mammoth Hospital. The accident occurred about 3 a.m., the Mono County Sheriff Department said. Hubble and his friends apparently had hiked up a ski run called Stump Alley. Stump, that ought to warn you, and undid some yellow foam protectors from the lift towers. And the pads are used to protect skiers who might hit the tower. The group apparently used the pads to slide down the ski slope, and Hubble crashed into a tower. I mean, the think about Stump Alley would warn you enough, wouldn't it? The tower he hit was the one where they removed the pads. Oh, that's irony. All right, fourth runner-up. This one's a little shorter. Robert Puello, 32, was apparently been disorderly in a St. Louis market. When the clerk threatened to call police, Puello grabbed a hot dog, shoved it in his mouth, and walked out without paying for it. Police found him unconscious in front of the store. Paramedics removed the 6-inch hot dog from his throat, where it had choked him to death. He did not survive it. Third runner-up, a poacher. Poacher Marino Malerba of Spain. This is Spain, who shot a stag standing above him on an overhanging rock, and it fell on him and killed him. Oh, jeez. All right. He was a poacher. Second runner-up. Man loses face at party. Okay, that's the title of it. A man at a West Virginia party popped a blasting cap into his mouth and bit down, triggering an explosion that blew off his lips, teeth, and tongue. Oh, my God, state police said Wednesday. Jerry Stormeyer, 24, of Kincaid, bit the blasting cap as a prank during a party last Tuesday night, said Corporal M.D. Payne. Another man had it in an aquarium hooked to a battery and was trying to explode it there. Payne said it wouldn't go off, and this guy said, "Well, I'll show you how to set it off." And he put it in his mouth and bit down. It blew all of his teeth off, his tongue and lips. Oh my God! Listed in guarded condition Wednesday, and according he just didn't survive it. First runner-up. Now remember, he's a runner-up, not the winner. So this is a first runner-up. So there's a little more to come here. Doctors at Portland's University Hospital said an Oregon man shot through the skull by by a hunting arrow is lucky to be alive and will be released soon from the hospital. I don't think so. Tony Roberts, 25, lost his right eye last weekend during an initiation into a men's rafting club. Oh, boy. A friend tried to shoot a beer can off his head, but the arrow entered his eye. Oh, Lord. I don't think we need to go any further with this one. Let's just get down to the winners. Oh, my God. This is a long one. This is multiple winners, by the way. So, last year's winner was the fellow who was killed when he attached a JTOW, a jet-assisted takeoff unit, to his Chevy Impala and promptly shot himself at 300 miles per hour into the side of a desert cliff. Did he survive? Okay, let's move on to the winners this year, 1998. The late John Pernicki and his friend, the late Sal Hawkins of the great state of Washington, decided to attend a local Metallica concert at the amphitheater at Gorge, Washington. Having no tickets, but 18 beers between them, they thought it would be easy enough to hop over the 9-foot fence and sneak into the show. The two friends pulled their pickup trucks over to the fence, and the plan was for John to hop over and then assist his friend over the fence. Unfortunately for John, there was a 30-foot drop on the other side of the fence. Oh my gosh. Having eased himself over, he found himself crashing through a tree. His fall was abruptly halted, however, by a large branch that snagged him by his shorts. Dangling from the tree with one arm broken, John looked down and saw a group of bushes below him. Possibly figuring the bushes would break his fall, he removed his pocket knife and proceeded to cut away his shorts to free himself from the tree. Finally free, he crashed below into holly bushes. If you've ever know what holly, we talk about at Christmas, that stuff, those leaves are sharp. Let's see, the sharp leaves scratched his entire body, and now without his shorts, he was an unwilling victim of a holly branch penetrating his rectal cavity. Oh my God. To make matters worse, his pocket knife proceeded to fall with him and landed 3 inches into his left thigh. Seeing his friend, his buddy now in considerable pain and agony, Sal decided to throw him a rope and pull him to safety. And by slowly driving away, however, in his drunken state, Sal pulled the truck into reverse rather than first, crashed through the fence, landing on and killing his friend. Okay, I'm done reading this stuff. This is too horrible. I mean, but every year, by the way, and now this is the one I collected, back in 1990. Every year, some group like this collects these things, and there are enough stupid things that happen in a given year. You don't have to worry about it. They're going to find some stuff here. All right, I'm going to try this one. I love this song. It's called He'll Have to Go by Jim Reeves. Put your sweet lips a little closer to the phone. Let's pretend that we're together all alone. I'll tell the man to turn the jukebox way down low. And you can tell your friend there with you, he'll have to go. Whisper to me, tell me, do you love me true? Or is he holding you the way I do? Though love is blind, make up your mind, I've got to know. Should I hang up, or will you tell him he'll have to go? You can't say the words I want to hear while you're with another man. Do you want me? Answer yes or no, darling, I will understand. Put your sweet lips a little closer to the phone. Let's pretend that we're together all alone. I'll tell the man to turn the jukebox way down low. And you can tell your friend there with you, he'll have to go. You can't say the words I want to hear while you're with another man. Do you want me? Answer yes or no, darling, I will understand. Put your sweet lips a little closer to the phone. Let's pretend that we're together all alone. I'll tell the man to turn the jukebox way down low. And you can tell your friend there with you, he'll have to go. Jim Reeves music for you there. Now let's jump ahead here. Oh my gosh, I found another written piece that I might put in later. Let's do another Elvis song. This is called Return to Sender. I think it's such a clever song. Well done, guys. Writer, you songwriters, you. Let's see. As I was, I don't see. Let's see. I don't see Kim and Mark Wright here tonight for some reason. Well, anyway, here we go. Return to Sender. Oh, I better get my note. A return to sender. I think I got it. A return to sender. A return to sender. I gave a letter to the postman. He put it in his sack. A bright early next morning, he brought my letter back. She wrote upon it, a return to sender. Address unknown, no such number, no such zone. We had a quarrel, a lover's spat. I write, I'm sorry, but my letter keeps coming back. I dropped it in the mailbox. I sent a special deed. Bright and early next morning, it came right back to me. She wrote upon it, a return to sender, address unknown, no such person, no such zone. This time I'm taking myself and put it right in her hand. And if it comes back the very next day, then I'll understand. They'll write it on. Return to sender, address unknown, no such number, no such zone. Return to sender. A return to sender. A return to sender. Very clever. The lyrics are so clever. Very good. We should write a new one about email or something, huh? Okay, Return to Sender Elvis. Well, here's a silly song that I first heard by the Limelighters. They were a group, a trio, folk trio, and they had real nice vocals, three-part vocals. This song, though, was not written by one of the members of the Limelighters. This was written by a singer and composer, I guess, he's also an actor by the name of Michael Flanders, who was born in 1922 and passed away in 1975, just over 50 years old. How about that? And his partner in the songwriting was a pianist and linguist, a fellow by the name of Donald Swan, who lived from 1923 to 1994. Lived a little bit longer than his buddy then, huh? They collaborated in writing and performing humorous songs, and they had a number of CDs out. One of this song, well, in fact, it's one of the fellows from the Limelighters would begin the song, and he would do a very, sort of a pompous voice, and he would say, "It's a song about seduction, full of complex wordplay, including 3 often quoted examples of solipsis. It's a figure of speech in which a word is applied to 2 other words, or 2 or more other words in a different sense. For example, caught the train and a bad cold." It's the same verb, caught, affects the 2 nouns after that. Or 2 others of which grammatically suit only one. For example, neither they nor it is working. So in the song, you're going to hear some things. Here's one that's called, "He hastened to put out the cat, the wine, his cigar, and the lamps." Put out each one of those items very, very nicely done. Okay, so here's how it goes. Look at him, look at him, look at him, look at him. Scooby-Dooby, oobra-dooby, ooby-ra-ah-ah. She was young, she was pure, she was new, she was nice. She was fair, she was sweet, 17. He was old, he was vile, and no stranger to vice. He was base, he was bad, he was mean. He slyly inveigled her up to his flat to view his collection of stamps. And he said, as he hastened to put out the cat, the wine, his cigar, and the lamps, "Have some Madeira, my dear. You really have nothing to fear." "Well, I'm not trying to tempt you. Oh, that wouldn't be right. You shouldn't drink spirits at this time of night. Have some Madeira, my dear. It's really so much nicer than beer." "Well, I don't care for sherry, and one cannot drink stout, and port is a wine I can well do without. It's simply a case of Chacon au Sangao." That means to each his own if I pronounced it right. "Have some Madeira, my dear. Look at him, look at him, look at him, look at him. Shooby-dooby, oobra-dooby, ooby-ra-ah-ah." Unaware of the wild. Let's see. Here, where did I go? I lost it. Oh, there it is. Unaware of the wiles of the snake in the grass and the fate of the maiden who totes, she lowered her standards by raising her glass, her courage, her eyes, and his hopes. She sipped it, she drank it, she drained it, she did. He promptly refilled it again. And he said, as he secretly carved one more notch on the butt of his gold-handled cane, "Have some Madeira, my dear. Well, I have a small cask of it here. And once it's been opened, you know it won't keep. Do finish it off. It will help you to sleep." And I've lost my place again. Where is it, you guys? Oh, my gosh. What a professional performance. So just to say it'll help you to keep. It'll help you to see. Have some Madeira, my dear. It's really an excellent year. Now, if you would be gin, why, you would be wrong to say yes, for the evil gin does would be hard to assess. Besides, it's inclined to affect me prowess. Have some Madeira, my dear. Look at him, look at him, look at him, look at him. Zooby-dooby, ooba-dooby, ooby-ra-ah-ah. Then there flashed through her mind what her mother had said with her ante-penultimate breath. "Oh, my child, should you look on the wine when 'tis red, be prepared for a fate worse than death." She let go her glass with a shrill little cry. "Ah!" Crashed till it fell to the floor. When he asked what in heaven, she made no reply, up her mind and a dash for the door. "Have some Madeira, my dear," rang out down the hall loud and clear, a tremulous cry that was filled with despair as she paused to take breath in the cool midnight air. "Have some Madeira, my dear." The words seemed to ring in her ear until the next morning she woke up in bed with a smile on her lips and an ache in her head. and the beard on her earlobe that tickled and said, "Have some dinner, my dear." There, this is kind of a long little thing. There isn't a long tune, yeah, but kind of a cute one too. I've oh my gosh, this song doesn't even show up on my screen here. I got to switch back here then. Let's go to the chart. I want to tell you about the song. I've done it here once before, and you folks may remember the story about it, but I think it's worth repeating if you don't remember it. The song is written, this is called Wolverton Mountain, and you may have heard it before, is written by Merle Kilgore. And Merle Kilgore also wrote Burning Ring of Fire with June Carter Cash. Now, Merle wrote this song as a joke. It was sort of a present to his uncle, who was named Clifton Clowers. Now, he was teasing his uncle, Clifton, because Clifton had a teenage daughter growing up, and Merle knew that Clifton was pretty nervous about it. And so he teased him with this song about Wolverton Mountain, where these guys keep trying to climb the mountain to, take away his girl, his daughter. Well, Clifton heard the song because, Merle played it for him, and he chuckled and so on. And Merle said, that's, I know this song is really, he said, I think it's pretty catchy. And Merle went, no, it's just a joke, I just meant it for you. And his friend said, no, I really think that if you played it for George Jones or some of those other people, that up there in Nashville, I bet you'd record it. Well, Merle, kind of tried to get some people to take it, and they all didn't, refuse it. No, we don't want anything like that. And so we put it in a drawer and forgot about it for a while. Now then, there was a fellow by the name of Tillman Franks who was doing an album with Claude King, and Frank said, "Hey, Merle." Now I would presume that Tillman Franks was the producer and Claude was the artist. He said, "Hey, Merle, folk music is really big now. You got something maybe with back hill stuff, like a mountain in it?" Merle says, "Have I got a song with a mountain in it?" And he grabs this song, and they recorded it, and it went crazy. And, it went up the charts. And since then, it's been recorded by dozens of singers. It reached, at very different singers, it reached number 1, number 3, and number 6. So you just never know. Here it is again. Nobody wanted the song. Nobody wanted it. And Merle put it in a drawer, forgot about it for years, actually, before Tillman Franks asked him about it. So I just think that's so interesting. The song itself, let's see, let me get a... No. Okay, got it. Oh, hi, Susan. Glad you could join us here. All right. Oh, Joan Forgrave, there's a question for you on the chat. All right. They say don't go on Wolverton Mountain if you're looking for a wife, 'cause Clifton Clowers has a pretty young daughter, and he's mighty handy with a gun and a knife. Her tender lips are sweeter than honey, and Wolverton Mountain protects her there. The bears and the birds, Clifton Clowers, if a stranger should wander there. All of my dreams are on Wolverton Mountain. I want his daughter, for my wife. That's gonna be trouble. I'll take my chances and climb that mountain, though Clifton Clowers may take my life. Her tender lips are sweeter than honey, and Wolverton Mountain protects her there. The bears and the birds tell Clifton Clowers if a stranger should wander there. Oh, I'm gonna go on Wolverton Mountain. It's too lonesome down here below. It just ain't right to hide his daughter from the one who loves her so. her tender lips are sweeter than honey, and Wolverton Mountain protects her there. The bears and the birds tell Clifton Clowers if a stranger should wander there. But I don't care about Clifton Clowers. I'm gonna climb up on his mountain. I'm gonna take the girl I love. I don't care about Clifton Clowers. I'm gonna climb up on that mountain. I'm gonna get the one I love. I'm gonna climb up on that mountain. I'm gonna get the one I love, and I hope it ain't with a backside full of buckshot. Woo! Clifton Clowers, yep, the Wolverton Mountain. Uh-oh, I lost my songs here. Oh, I know why, because I didn't. Got to go back to the stage setting there. Here we go. Well, I have another written one here. I think I did this one before. Let's see. Brent remembers having you for reading. Oh, Brent took lessons from you, Joan. Wow, that's pretty. How about that? Well, one of the things I want to do is Liberace. Liberace had a real unique voice, and I have a little fun doing that voice. I hope mine sounds better than those other ones I did earlier. But during his concerts, he would always take time to go down to the front of the stage, where the audience, right to the audience, and show off his costumes and his jewelry. And he'd shake hands with people. And here's a sample of some of the things he says. He said, "Hi, I'm Liberace. I only mentioned that in case you got the wrong line and thought you were at an Elton John show. Hey, you like my rings? I hope so. You paid for them. What's that? What time is it? Let's see. It's about 20 rubies past 11 diamonds." And he steps to the front of the stage and he would ask to see a woman's diamond. He'd say, "Wow, look at the size of that diamond in your ring. My stones aren't that large, but I didn't have to do anything to get mine. Whatever it is you're doing, honey, keep doing it. Hey, you know why I keep a piano in my bathroom? Because I never know when I might want to tinkle on the keys." Well, I met Liberace too. He wasn't well at the time, but he was still out there performing. And his brother, let me see, Lee. No, they call Lee Liberace. Oh, no, I can't remember his name. It'll come to me in a few minutes, though. Anyway, I met his brother more. He came and saw one of my shows in Sacramento, California, and that's how I got a chance to meet Liberace himself. Anyway, kind of interesting. But he did that kind of stuff in that show, and it was really a lot of fun. So there, Joan says, "Oh, wow, I do remember. I'm now involved with Seedlings." Oh, okay. There you go. All right. So now here's another little story song. This is one I wrote. I did not write those other ones, but I wrote this one. This is called Roll with the Punches. And here it is. Let's just do it. I was working on Highway 95. I got to feel a lot more dead than alive when along came the boss and accused me of goofing off. Well, the nerve. When he started shouting when I saw red, and then he fell on my shovel and he hit his head. I knew I was going to have a hard time explaining that one. Looks like I'm out of a job again. You've got to roll with the punches. You gotta roll with the punches or the punch is gonna get you down. You got to roll with the punches. 'Cause the trees that bend are the ones that stay in the ground. My mean old lady skipped out on me. She took my stereo, my car, and my color TV. The police seemed a little slow about tracking her down until I found a little black book full of numbers and names, including 25 cops, oh scandal and shame. Oh, looks like someone was getting a little police action. I knew there was something funny about that girl. You've got to roll with the punches. You gotta roll with the punch, so the punch is gonna get you down. You got to roll with the punches. 'Cause the trees that bend are the ones that stay in the ground. I got 5 cents back from the IRS. I had to celebrate. I know I had a good time, I guess. 'Cause when I woke up, I couldn't remember what happened to me. As I was leaving the bar, I propositioned a hound, and when the dog catcher came, stepped the nut in the pound. No, girl, I don't want none of your dog food. Oh, well, if you put it that way, I believe I'll try a little. You've got to roll with the punches. You gotta roll with the punch, or the punch is gonna get you down. You've got to roll with the punches. 'Cause the trees that bend are the ones that stay in the ground. You gotta roll with the punches, or the punch is gonna get you. Roll with the punch, or the punch is gonna get you. Roll with the punches, or the punch is gonna get you down. That's another one of those Tom Hagen arrangements. I wrote the song, a few years back when I was in Sacramento, California, and I'd had a little demo, but that was a nice one that he put together for me. I really appreciate that. All right, let's see what else we have here. This one is a song that I wrote with Dewey Lungowski, and I got to pronounce it correctly, Lungowski. Anyway, there we go. Oh, let me see what are your other comments. Seedlings is out of Livonia. Let's see. Mom has been here since 7:10. Got a call when you were trying to sign in. Yeah. And had a show. Oh, yeah, the lady that has. There's a lady that we know who does a show of not country. It's bluegrass stuff. And then Jeannie says interesting, worthwhile contribution. Brent enjoyed reconnection. No kidding. I'm enjoying it right here, you guys. Very much fun. So I wrote this with Dewey, and it's called "The Deep End of Love," and it's a fun country song. Goes like this. Hit it. There we were, just me and her, at the old mill pond in the summer sun. She blew a kiss, said if you swim to the other side, you'll get a real one. Her midriff shirt hit the dirt, along with her shorts and Ray-Ban shades. When she jumped in, I knew right then my swimming lessons would have to wait. It was my first trip to the deep end of love, and I flailed and floundered like a wounded duck. All I know is it was worth the risk I took in the deep end of love. I had to chase that freckled face and the smile of that country mermaid. And when the water rose above my nose, I saw my chances were fading. It was my first trip to the deep end of love, and I flailed and floundered like a wounded duck. All I know is it was worth the risk I took in the deep end. A deep end of love. I hit rock bottom, my angel grabbed my hand, a little mouth to mouth, and I was in the promised land. It was my first trip to the deep end of love, and I flailed and floundered like a wounded duck. All I know is it was worth the risk I took in the deep end. The deep, deep, it was my first trip to the deep end of love, and I flailed and floundered like a wounded duck. All I know is it was worth the risk I took in the deep end. The deep, deep end of love. Yeah, a little fun country song for you. Now I want to do something here by Frank Sinatra, and then we'll come back to another original song. This one is called Witchcraft, and for some reason, like some of the songs that I've done on this show previously got cut off the show. What would happen is the audio would just stop when the particular song came on, because the publisher of the song didn't want it to be out there made public for some reason. I know some other folks who perform, and sometimes the songs get cut out too, and their argument is, hey, look, we're exposing your song to people who would never have heard it before, might not even have known who Frank Sinatra was, you know. Anyway, I want to say hi to Bill and Kathy. I see that you got here, and I'm reading a little bit more between Jeannie and Joan Forgrave here. He was just remembering some of the projects. Yeah, that's it. Okay, let me get my notes here. Here we go. Are those fingers in my hair that slide, come hither stare, that strips my conscience bare? It's witchcraft, and I've got no defense for it. The heat is too intense for it. What good would common sense for it do? 'Cause it's witchcraft, wicked witchcraft. And although I know it's strictly taboo, when you arouse the need in me, my heart says yes indeed in me. Proceed with what you're leading me to. It's such an ancient pitch, and one I would not switch, 'cause there's no nicer witch than you. My hair that come hither stare, it's witchcraft, that cuckoo witchcraft. And although I know it's strictly taboo, when you arouse the need in me, my heart says yes indeed in me. Proceed with what you're leading me to. It's such an ancient pitch, and one I would not switch, 'cause there's no nicer witch than you. It's witchcraft. It's witchcraft. It's witchcraft. Frank Sinatra music for you. How nice. And we'll see whether they take that one down. And okay, so here's another one I wrote. This one I was consciously trying to copy Burt Bacharach and Hal David. And the voices, the backing voices you hear are supposed to be female singers, but I sang the parts and then did a little bit of transposing them and other fooling around to make them sound more natural. You get to decide now. Here it is anyway. It's a song about, a song about staying or leaving. Here we go. If you want to go, just go. I can't stop you. And if you find another love, oh no, I can't hold you. But if you want to stay, I want you to stay. If you want to stay, please don't go away. If you want to stay, if you want to stay, I promise this, I'll be your partner when you dance in the rain, and I'll be your harbor through this world of pain. And when darkness comes, I'll be your light. I'll keep you warm through the cold, lonely night. If you stay, 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 wanna stay. I'll find. Oh, where is my part? Swim with the fishes. I'll tell you what it is later. But if you want to stay, I want you to stay. Yes, if you want to stay, please don't go away. One thing I can say, if you want to stay, for certain, I'll be your partner when you dance in the rain, and I'll be your armor through this world of pain. And when darkness comes, I'll be your light. I'll keep you warm through the cold, lonely night. If you stay, 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 if you stay. But if you go, I can't promise I'll wait. Why don't you stay before it's too late? I'll be your partner when you dance in the rain, and I'll be your armor through this world of pain. And when darkness comes, I'll be your light. I'll keep you warm through the cold, lonely night. If you stay, 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 won't you stay? Okay, I want to tell you a couple of things about this. First of all, that mess up that happened in the second verse. I remembered I was singing the chorus, and when I was showing this song to Rodney Whitaker, he noticed, he said, you know, that second line is a song by Queen, and it goes, my part is, I'll be your partner when you dance in the rain, and I'll be your armor through. Well, we are the champions of the world. That's what that is. So this first chorus through, I sang it the Queen way. And while I was thinking about it, that's when I lost my part in the second verse. But I got to tell you what the second verse is. Let's see. If you want to stay, no, that's the pre-chorus. If you go away, I'll say best wishes, but I'll probably think, sing, swim with the fishes. In other words, when people break up, I've heard quite a few people say to me, gee, that's awful mean. But you think things about people. Sometimes you're weeping and other times you're madder than hell at that person, because they left. And they were going to be there forever, right? So that's why. If you go away, I'll say best wishes. That's what'll come out of my mouth. But I'll probably think, swim with the fishes. But if you want to stay, one thing I can say for certain, I'll be your partner when you dance in the rain, etc., etc. Okay, you get the idea. Well, I got one more original song to play for you here. It's called My Kind of Crazy. I think I only sang it once here before. I've written it with Daniel O'Malley and Judy Franklin. And I kind of came up with the title. Title's not terrifically original. Other people have had songs with this title, but this version of the song is different. And later on, we're going to change a few things in the song, some of the background instruments, the part where the music kind of goes crazy. You'll think, oh, that's crazy. Well, it is. That's supposed to represent the woman's mind. Or maybe the guy's mind now that he's being kind of controlled by this woman. Here it is. It's called My Kind of Crazy. Got no high-heeled shoes, she's a barefoot delight. You'll never stop her swimming naked in the moonlight. The glow in her eyes, it's a hypnotic thing. I'm a powerless puppet on a flaming string. My, she's my kind of crazy. I might die smiling with my kind of crazy. My kind of crazy. In a world of wet matches, she's a wildfire. A spark in the dark lights a twisted desire. A puzzle in pieces that don't quite fit. Square peg, round hole, brother, this is it. My, you're my kind of crazy. I might die smiling with my kind of crazy. When the lights, chorus. This thing. See how she's crazy? My kind of crazy. Now when the lights go down, not yet. All right. Oh, when the lights go down, it's almost too hot to hold. A dark burning passion. I'm out of control. Everybody wants her. They haven't a clue. And what the hell's the story with her dragon tattoo? I'm a willing partner in her midnight crime. She's a cop in disguise. I'm a bad boy doing time. But when she brought out the handcuffs, I started to pray. I gotta get out, but I'm gonna stay. Well, there's a little S&M in there, a little questionable stuff, but, I don't know, maybe you can relate. Anyway, it is now 7:59. I know a lot of you people like to finish up at 8 o'clock because you have other things going on. So here is the music that we end the show with. my TV segment music. Thanks for showing up, everybody, especially after last week. The thing went crazy. I still do not know how to restart a show once it messes up, because you get the thing, and then when you end it, it's over, and you have to send out a new link, which means I would have to send out a whole bunch of new emails, and by the time you got them, the show would be half over anyway. So anyway, I'm very happy that you guys turned out this week again, and we'll see if we can grow it back up again. All right. I'm gonna let the music run for a little bit in case you want to write down some notes there. I see in the chat you guys have got some stuff going on, and she's gonna be out of the country next week and back in a week or two. Okay, so anyway, thank you guys for being here. If you want to make any other notes about Joan, between Joan and Jeannie, go right ahead. In the meantime, I might just, kind of fade away here. Thank you, Joan. Thank all of you. Really appreciate it very much.